In several of my videos, I make reference to what I call the Maryland Papers. In the early 1990s, a group of Adventists in the state of Maryland learned about the practice of abortion in Adventist hospitals. They were very disturbed and upset to learn about this, and they began to write letters to their conference and union leaders who told them that this was not true, that Adventists were not involved in the business of killing unborn children. The lay members were connected to Adventists working in the hospitals, so they knew what was really going on. So they contacted the depository for the records of the Maryland State Department of Health and obtained records of abortions being performed in Adventist hospitals. The lay members then sent these official records to the church leadership, who instantly became silent. When lay members could not get any further response, they then wrote to the GC. I did contact this group, and I have now received full written permission to release their letters to the public. You can download these letters in the link down below. I highly encourage every Seventh-day Adventist to download and read these letters. They are very helpful for many reasons. Number one, these letters to church leaders are very cordial, polite, courteous, and tactful. They are very professional in tone and very supportive of church leadership. They are not letters from offshoot groups or people with an axe to grind. These letters are from elders and lay members who obviously love the Seventh-day Adventist Church very much. In several interviews, I have been told repeatedly that many Adventists throughout the 1980s and 1990s tried their best to bring church leadership's attention to this issue in the most gracious and civil manner, but they were continually ignored. These letters are evidence demonstrating that fact. Number two, the president of the CUC made a very important observation that the 1992 abortion position statement, quote, is not a document placed in cement. Over the coming years, I am confident it will be revisited for evaluation and for change if necessary. Dr. Whiting, the Director of Health Ministries at the GC, he also said, there may be a time when the contents may have to be altered. These comments show leadership's recognition that the guidelines are not written in stone and are certainly open to change. Since the 25 years following the guidelines have seen no ability by the church to produce biblical authority for our position, that alone constitutes a valid reason to revisit this issue. Number three, these letters also demonstrate the fact that leaders knew what was going on, lied about it, and when confronted by their own constituency with official state evidence, they still refused to address the issue. Leaders in the Seventh-day Adventist Church cannot claim ignorance. They cannot come out later and apologize and say that they didn't know. They have known for decades about these monstrous and horrific crimes against children, and they willfully and purposely turned a blind eye to it. In the 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, and even until today, Adventists who have a conscience and who love God's Word have been saddened and hurt by their church's involvement in murdering children. And they have protested to leadership over and over again and have been repeatedly ignored or outright lied to. During the 2-year period of 1991-1992, at least 1,600 children were violently murdered in Shady Grove and Washington Adventist hospitals in Maryland State for a total income of $1,800,000. This is only for a 2-year period and only at the hospitals in Maryland. This does not include all the other hospitals allowing abortion. The official position on abortion, which was voted and approved overwhelmingly by more than 90% of church leadership, was approved October 12, 1992, where? in Silver Spring, Maryland. Washington Adventist Hospital is just a few miles down the road from the GC. According to the official state records, there were children in their mother's womb being ripped apart and murdered on the very day just down the street where Adventist leaders were voting overwhelmingly to continue murdering them. See the link down below to download the Maryland letters.